Hello, America. Welcome to the Ryan Mack Show podcast. I'm your host, Ryan McKenzie, and this is your place for truth, conservative talk, and the fight to save America. Today's episode is my first episode, and it's the beginning of what I hope is a long journey. I'm totally new at this. I have never done anything with media before. So this is episode 1. Who is this guy and why should you listen? Well, I'm an ordinary guy who the last 2 years plus has grown tired and fed up of seeing our country be destroyed by policies. And it's a two-party system that's doing it. And I grew tired and frustrated with voices on the right being censored. And so I wanted to join the group of voices that potentially could give the little guy a voice. I'm just a regular millennial, a Christian, and I work full time. And I am your everyday American who is affected by everything that's going on around us, with the economy, with the education system, with an administration that has no idea what it's doing. And really, this has been a problem dating back to decades of rot in the government. And I'm joining in the fight, and I hope you will too, to take back our country, one little guy at a time, because that's really all who can take it back. If we just sit by and do nothing, we really let the rot grow further. And as you've seen from previously the last 2 years, when you just vote anyone in because you don't like their tweets, you don't like how they say mean things, this is what you get. So I think it's important to highlight the fact that voting is important, and doing your research on who to vote for is important. The point of this podcast is really to bring a different view to the audience. I don't have a big name. I don't have a lot of money. And I feel like I would relate more to you guys as the listeners. Because the same things that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, I also deal with. Raising kids and being married and having a full-time job, paycheck to paycheck, those things really relate to everybody else in this country. And the elites, both sides of the aisle, whether you agree with them or not, they really make the decisions for all of us. And they have not been making the greatest decision for the country, but more on those issues to come. I'm a Christian, I'm a conservative, and I'm passionate about the country that I live in. And I felt the need to speak out more on some of the issues affecting us. So why should you listen when you have all these conservative voices? Well, I don't know if you've been listening over these last few years, but they're trying to cancel conservative voices because they don't agree with our narrative. They don't agree with the way we say things. So when you don't agree, you just cancel and cut out that voice. There's no debate in our country right now. So that is my fight, to bring the debate back to the table. Regardless of who you vote for, who you agree with, there should be an honest and open debate on the issues in our country. And these are really important, and we've lost that. So I'm in the fight to save America. And I'm just a voice for the ordinary American. Frustration and honestly just being fed up with the way things are going led me to creating a podcast to kind of vent, a space to vent about different issues that you and I and everybody else in this country goes through. I just want to shout out to the local celebrities in Central Illinois that I listen to daily. And some of the voices, you may know me, you may not know me, probably have never met. I just wanted to say thank you for giving me an opportunity to become inspired to do the right thing and speak out. I can do my best to always bring you enlightenment, encouragement, and entertainment. I will do my best to bring you the biggest and most important issues forefront, as well as the truth, because in today's day, the truth is being canceled as well. There's no more truth, and that needs to come out to light. I also understand that I am coming out publicly and putting myself out there. I'm going to take a lot of backlash from the left. Maybe not so much on a national level, but certainly on a local level as I share my opinion more openly. I also have a plan going forward to bring you not just the latest news and updates of what's going around locally, which I'll try to do, but those are for radio shows. And what I'm learning throughout this new adventure of podcasting is that if you don't have a narrow set of topics, then it can go off the rails. In this first episode, I'm really just going to bring you more about who I am and what I plan to discuss going forward. It really comes down to the audience. My audience is you guys, the other fellow Americans and patriots and conservatives who may not want to speak up publicly, but agree with the same mindset that, hey, we gotta fix this. And it starts with running locally, running for your local school board. That makes the biggest difference in our country today. Maybe you can't do things on a national level, but start local, run for local office. School boards is the easiest thing to run for. City councils. You can look for circuit level positions and run for election judges. Make the little things matter so that they start to take on more of a prominent role. And I know everybody's busy. They're working 40, 50 hours a week, and they don't have time to do all these things. So that's understandable. And I'm with you on that. But with everything going on, it's important to highlight the need for starting to stand up and speak out. You don't have to be as brazen or as blunt as some of the insane leftists are, because you are principled people. We stand for conservative values, God, country, and the Constitution. Those are important things, and we can't let their insanity destroy our principles, because then we're just creating more poison by attacking them in the same tactics that they use to attack us. So that really is the biggest thing that led me to believe that I should do this. I'm growing tired of just sitting by and taking it. With the pandemic, with the education system, with the administration and all their incompetence, it really was a calling to me saying, hey, I have a voice. I know a lot. I don't know as much as some people do, but I felt like I needed to step up and say something. So whether you pay attention to me rambling on these days or not, totally up to you, because we live in America, right? You can choose not to download. You can choose not to listen to me. That's your prerogative. But I'm going to keep doing it anyway because I feel like it's important. There are so many issues impacting us financially, and education has been taken over by this Marxist ideology, and more on that in future episodes. But I really wanted to start somewhere. So if you like everything I'm rambling about now and feel like it fits with what you want to hear, then please join in and listen and download the podcast. I grew up in a not so tech friendly environment early on, and as I aged, there was more and more technology, and now I'm 34 and it's all around me. So I never really dabbled in any of this high tech stuff. I have social media, I've watched videos, I have an iPhone, so I utilize certain tech, but to be honest, my kids probably know more about these things than I do. So if it sounds a little clunky sometimes, I'm doing the best I can, bringing you everything I need to do to get you the information. All great things start out a little of a hot mess sometimes, right? So episode 1 is really just me getting out there, and this is what it is. It's a little bit of a rambling start, but if you wait until everything's perfect, if I waited until my equipment was perfect, my content for episode 1 was perfect, I feel like I'd be waiting and waiting and waiting. So here it is. Take it or leave it. And I hope this is something that I can do for a long period of time, however it takes me. I have no idea where it can lead me. If it leads me to other opportunities to speak my voice more openly in a live arena, I'm comfortable doing that. I used to teach, I used to sub, I've worked all kinds of customer service jobs, so publicly being out there is not an issue for me at all. So anyway, enough rambling and ranting about why you should listen to me, right? I'm just here for the little guy and representing you guys because I'm one of you, and I feel sometimes we get ignored, and I wanted to be a voice for the everyday American, because it's really us who drives the government. It's supposed to drive the government, but we've been controlled by a slim part of the population that thinks they can just run everything over us, and they don't know what's best for us. The same thing with healthcare and education and your life. Your life is more to you than some decisions that the government makes. So after all that, if you want to listen to future episodes going forward, please tune in. And I hope that I'm doing this for as long as God willing, and that I'm able to. I think I find it enjoyable for the most part. It's a little frustrating, a little weird getting out there the first episode, but I'm here, and I'm excited for the opportunity to get more of a platform going. So if this feels like right up your alley to listen to, and then we can join in together and as an opportunity to take back our country. Be sure to follow me on Facebook at The Ryan Mack Show and wherever you get your podcasts.